When you talk about magnetic energy, you are naturally magnetic. The degree to which you can go into your body and feel safe in your own body and be yourself is the degree to which you are magnetic. And when you do this and you start doing this even in public, if you were to, in a way, realize that your vibration is meant to be high and that that's your natural vibe, then you begin to do the inner work so that you're able to release these things. So most of raising your vibration is about letting go rather than wiring in. Now, for me, there are 5 new daily habits. Now, I say daily habits because I believe that whatever we do daily compounds over time. And for me, when I was smoking cannabis daily, taking Adderall daily, when I was getting up daily and like checking my phone and just not meditating and feeling very reactive. And think about that too. When you get up in the morning and you check your phone first thing, what's happening is you're putting yourself into a reactive state, especially if you go into Instagram. Then what are you doing? You're comparing yourself to other people. You go into your email, you're responding, or you're not responding, you're reacting to everything that you need to do. And what ends up happening is that reactive state then is primed into the rest of your day. And when I learned meditation, what that did is that allowed me to get to almost a neutral point. Think of it like you're driving a car and you're in like different gears. If I grew up driving first car I ever drove was a Jeep CJ7, like 78. Old school army looking vehicle, stick shift. Very hard to drive, very difficult to drive because you had to really push down on the clutch and move it. But when you push on the clutch, you go from first gear to second gear. There's this middle gear that's neutral. And when you're meditating, you're allowing yourself to go into neutral so that you're not reacting, you're not pushing forward, you're not pushing back or pushing away. And meditation is one of the things that will raise your vibration the most. Now, you probably knew I was going to talk about meditation, but I want to talk about what I'm doing now, and I've shared a little bit about this process in other videos. But back in the day when I was learning meditation and my life changed a lot, I was focusing on a candle flame, observing my thoughts. That observing the thoughts is the neutral place. And what happened is a lot of times when we focus on meditation, it's about connecting to everyone in our environment. It's about connecting. We're all one unity consciousness. We're all one. The challenge that I've had with this, and the challenge that I think many of you will have, is many of you have probably gone through a spiritual awakening. And my guess is that what propelled you to go through a spiritual awakening was some type of pain of your past, some type of trauma you may went through at an earlier age. And most likely what happened is that trauma, that pain that you went through, took you out of your body and into your head, into your third eye, into like this ability to where you're probably able to tune to people very easily. It's probably, you may even be considered an empathic person. Now, the challenge is that you feel so connected to your environment and so connected to everyone else that what's happened is that in that connection, you lose your own frame. You lose your own sense of reality, your own confidence. And instead of tuning to yourself, you begin tuning to everybody else. You do things to make your parents happy. You do things to make your friends happy instead of doing what makes you happy. And what I've had to learn over the last year especially is the kind of meditations I do. I have a shadow work integration coach that has like a double PhD in this kind of stuff, and he studies like Carl Jung, shadow work, and psychology. And basically, what changed my life more than anything else wasn't just meditation, it was the kind of meditation. Basically, most of shadow work and transformation, it's very, very simple. It's about going into your body. Your body is your subconscious mind. Now, when you go into your body, what you are doing is you may actually feel some uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable emotions that come up due to childhood trauma, childhood pain. And some of that may be there strictly because it's something that hasn't been processed or dealt with in the past. And think about it, when you're smoking some cannabis, it may be numbing what you feel inside of your body and bringing you more to the third eye, and you're so awakened and you're feeling like a lot of times it brings people into the intellectual Sometimes I guess indicas maybe bring people into their body, but I think a lot of times it's a way of escaping or numbing out what you feel in the body. And when you talk about feeling other people's energy, it's because you're not in the body. You talk about, it's almost like the bottom 3 chakras have been abandoned. And it's all about, the heart and the top 3 chakras. But feeling safe in reality is very important. And remember this, being in your own frame. Think of frame as your sense of reality, your sense of self. And most people have abandoned their sense of self for other. They don't think they're worthy, or they think it's all about making other people happy. And then in the process, they don't make themselves happy. They don't fill up their own cup. So basically what this meditation is you're going into your own body. You're putting the awareness into your feet, into your hands. And what you do is you actually stare at a candle flame that's maybe a couple feet in front of you. And as you look at this candle flame, which is pretty much eye level, you then feel the separation between you and the candle flame. And as you feel the separation between you and the candle flame, and you feel the energy inside of your own body, you're then able to feel what comes up. You might feel some resistance. You might feel some lightness. You might feel certain emotions from your past come up. And what you do is, as you feel the separation between you and the flame, you can also bring other people to mind that you have problems cutting cords with or feeling a separation from. If you feel needy in past relationships or in relationships in general in life, you can bring those people to mind and feel the separation. And as you do, you feel confident and you feel safe in your own frame. You do that with family members. You could do that with friends. You do that with coworkers. There's a mantra I've been talking about a lot recently. It's, oh, that's your shit, not mine. Because many of you may have taken on other people's stuff thinking it was yours. They may make you feel guilty for not coming to some event. And you feel guilty, or they have leverage over you that way. That's their stuff. If they're not happy with your decision to, take care of yourself, then that's on them, not you. That's their stuff. But you have to take responsibility for your own boundaries. You have to take responsibility for being in your own frame and asking yourself the question, what do I want to do? What is authentic for me? Because unfortunately, many people don't even consider themselves. Many people that were emotionally banded as child, as being children, they then emotionally abandon themselves because they think that they have to be differently in order to receive love and validation, because they haven't given themselves that love and validation. Now, what this meditation does of feeling the separation between you and the candle flame is you start to feel safer in your own body. You start to feel in your own frame. You start to ask more questions like, how can I be more authentic? Instead of, how can I make other people happy? How can I get validation and significance from other people? It's a very different energy. But I've been doing this meditation for 4 or 5 months now. And it has changed so much of my life. When you talk about magnetic energy, you are naturally magnetic. The degree to which you can go into your body and feel safe in your own body and be yourself is the degree to which you are magnetic. And when you do this and you start doing this even in public, when I go to Whole Foods, when I go on a hike and I pass people, and there's an old part of me that would have craved validation or being nice, even if I didn't feel like it. Now what I do is I focus more on being in my own body. And ironically enough, I get way different responses from people. When you're in your own frame and you're in your own body, you are more magnetic. People will reach out to you. When I started going more in my own body, so much in my life, not even with me saying anything. That's why when you talk about attracting love, it's not about some text that you send, some word that you say, because that's all surface level shit. When you're being yourself, when you're being in your body, that is when these things will naturally start to attract themselves to you. It's incredible how this works, and it works very quickly. But your own frame, like now that I'm in my own frame of reality, because I'm in my own body, like I'm more of a leader in my business. I'm more so grounded. I'm more comfortable with myself. All of these things are natural for me now because I'm in my own body. So all I'm doing is I'm doing a meditation where I feel inside of my body. I feel the emotions that come up. I allow myself to feel them, and I don't discount them or try to tuck them into some little corner inside my body. And I just let it be okay. And the more I can feel the separation between me and other people, and I ask myself, what do I want? And I fill up my own cup, the more magnetic I am, the higher vibration I feel. So this is a new way I'm doing this meditation that has completely transformed my life in so many ways. And it is so simple that it's almost too simple. Now, something else I want to mention before we go on is I'm going to make sure this episode goes up when we are launching the 21-day Raise Your Vibration Challenge. We are doing a new round of it. And basically, this is 21 days to a newer, higher vibrational you. Every single day, you're going to get a video. And in the video, it's going to tell you exactly what to do, not just the intellectual idea, but what to do to raise your vibration. You are going to be working on your stories about life, which means your beliefs about life, your stories about love, about relationships, about money, abundance. And there are meditations that complement some of the days there. And what we do is these live activations where we raise the frequency of our body and we raise the frequency of our connection to each other with also feeling the separation. It's very powerful. We pretty much wire in a new sense of identity, a new sense of being, and it's 21 days to a new high vibrational version of you. This is a clip from the Daily Vortex podcast where I post 2 times a week, and we go really deep on understanding consciousness, understanding how to raise our vibration, how to bring these spiritual concepts down to earth in a relatable and practical way. For the whole entire episode, you can click the link below, but also subscribe to that of the Daily Vortex podcast on either iTunes or Spotify. That's where there are a backlog of over 100 episodes, plus the whole entire episode length is there. On this channel, you will only be seeing clips moving forward. So if you want the whole episodes, you can click the link below. You can subscribe. They're also very easy to listen to. They're automatically downloaded once you subscribe, plus you'll never miss an episode. So this is where most of my intention is and my energy is going these days, and I look forward to bringing you many more amazing episodes. But for the rest of this episode, you can click below and you can subscribe to the Daily Vortex podcast, and I look forward to helping you expand your consciousness in a very practical and relatable way. So I'll see you on the next episode, and as always, peace, much love, and namaste.